became known as the Second United Front. There were clearly benefits in the short term for everybody involved, and that was the conclusion reached by the KMT, by the CPC, of course, and even the regional warlords have vested interest in coming underneath some form of a national banner, whilst at the same time seeking to preserve their local political power base and autonomy. So they're the main reasons. I think one of the interesting things is that whilst a united front was established, it didn't necessarily mean that it was a particularly harmonious united front, and it was always a fragile arrangement, and even during the course of the war, the KMT and the CPC struggled to always achieve, I guess, what you'd probably call a relatively harmonious full cooperation, and continue to have clashes. So a very volatile period, but nonetheless sufficient unification took place that enabled the harnessing of resources to be directed towards the anti-Japanese war.
So, by the way, based on what you have elaborated, some people say, although it would finally be the 1949 establishment of the People's Republic of China that provided a solid unification of China, the process of national unification actually began during China's war of resistance against Japan. What is your take on this?
Look, again, from a non-historical point of view, we've got to sort of see this particular trade also, even within a broader context of China coming out of, or at least now into the second half of the century of humiliation, where there was a lot of domestic strife as a result of the collapse of the Qing dynasty, and ultimately efforts to create a new set of political institutions in the first couple of decades of the 20th century. None of that period was particularly clear in terms of single political mandates, and then into the 30s and 40s, ongoing struggles to bring some kind of singular or unified hope around a new China. Now, what I described earlier in terms of the United Front, and even through its own fragility, it played an important role in ultimately leading to the formation of the People's Republic of China. But it has a long